The following is a special presentation of Tony Kurre Radio.
Couple shows here with Michael Coleman. I'm blessed to have him on not once but twice every single week here, at least 5 times per show. Bite by Bite, which is the show we have right now, and of course another show called Mission Minded, which is fantastic. Check it out. Today we're talking about technology in our business world. What you got, man?
Yeah, it's really dawned on me lately. Technology can be just incredible value, and so sometimes it can be certainly. I wouldn't say it's cheap, but there's certainly ways to use it that are not overly expensive. And yet it boggles my mind sometimes is that all that technology does is lots of times there's hesitancy for us to reach out. And when you really look at that, is, why is that the case? Why is it? And I guess it goes back to some of the human nature things. The question is, if I do this, how much change is going to be involved? Then they ask the questions, well, what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't produce the desired effect? I've got to learn this program. I've got to invest in it. I've got to get my people invested in it. And so lots of times for all these reasons, people go, well, you know what? I'm good with what I got. Mm-hmm. And as technology continues to go and move forward and more things are coming out, you have to understand that all of those affect productivity. Now, you can have so much technology and have data so broken apart and all that it can actually hurt your productivity. Well, when I got here, we had just started an online inventory system. And the first year we had it, we went from distributing 26 million pounds to 27. So we increased 1 million pounds.
Oh.
And at first, you can't say, well, that was just due to technology. We had some different personnel come in, and so we were changing her. But this last year, we're coming up at our fiscal year is ending at the end of June. This same inventory system allowed us to begin to start doing barcoding. And so I don't want to get overly technical for those who may be listening, but imagine if you have thousands of slots in your warehouse where a pallet of items would go. Mm-hmm. Well, you think, hey, we have, let's say, 1 pallet of peanut butter left, and somebody's ordering peanut butter, and you go to where you think that pallet is, where it says on the handwritten note where it is, the peanut butter is not there. And you go, oh, well, we're out of peanut butter, so now we have to go update our inventory system and take it down to a 0. Mm-hmm. We're saying that we have 3,000 jars of peanut butter, but there's no peanut butter because it's supposed to be in this slot. Well, and then you find out, well, the guy who was supposed to put in that slot simply moved it over to the next aisle over and down, maybe on accident, maybe because he didn't care, whatever. He was just getting rid of he just moving the pallet. Well, through automation, what happens is now with this barcoding, is every time a pallet's moved, it's beep, I'm moving this pallet, and beep into this location. And so just that alone has saved us hundreds, maybe even thousands of hours.
Was it GPS? How does it know?
No, so there's a barcode that when food comes in, we and it's on the pallet, we print out a label mm-hmm. that has the barcode on it. And then when you take it to its location, that location has a barcode. So when on the scanner, it says location, and you go beep, and now it's right there. And anytime now, and there can be human error, but right now, anytime you move it to another location or you take inventory, you do it right there on the spot, beep, 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 beep. And so what's happened is we went in 1 year from distributing with the same amount of people, the same resources. We went from distributing 27 million pounds that we're on pace to distribute 30 million pounds. So an increase of 3 million pounds of food distribution. And I'm not saying technology is the only factor, but so much of it before was spent. Every quarter we were having to do 100% inventories, and we would spend days updating records only to have it go right back into missing. One of the other challenges we would have is sometimes if you said, okay, I'm going to order, let's go back to the peanut butter, and the peanut butter is not there. Well, we would have to provide a substitute for that peanut butter. So listen, not only would you pull peanut butter or the peanut butter's not there, but you would go down and pull the substitute from another pallet. And let's say you pulled 100 of cans of Spam or whatever it was. Now you, again, this with a handheld, I mean, and you're just doing it with pencil and paper.
Yeah.
Your whole inventory gets out of whack. And so, but was it an incredibly painful process bringing this inventory system in? Yes, it was. Was it a huge learning time? Did we have to shut down for a week? Did we have to bring in experts? Was it costly? All of that was yes. But now that we know it, now it's a part of who we are, then now we're looking forward. Now we've maximized this, and we're going to continue to maximize every action with our inventory moving forward and continue to squeeze more juice out of this process. And that's just one example. You could look into your development and say, wow, I need X amount of people, and I'm trying to communicate across 12 counties. How do I reach those people? Well, you're not going to reach it by getting in a car and driving out across 12 rural counties, meeting with businesses. It's a very, very tiny piece. So you got to have this compelling message, but you've got to say, oh, wait a minute, I've got some people on email. I've got some people this way. I've got some people this way. All of that is technology coming in here to where it's not all done behind the desk, but there's a system by which you can reach people. There's a wonderful thing called geofencing, and that's not even a new technology anymore, where I can say to social media, hey, only send out to households or businesses in this zip code. I can even, let's imagine there's a Walmart and an Aldi, not a Walmart, but a Publix and an Aldi right across the street from each other. If I'm Aldi's, I can actually set up a geofence that everybody who walks into Publix will get a text message on Aldi specials.
Nice. That's good.
That's what you can do with technology, and you don't have to fully understand it. You don't have to fully take advantage of everything that's out there. But if there's a fear of technology, you can't hold pat for 4 to 5 years on technology because the world will leave you behind. So my only encouragement is, whether you're doing food banking, whether you're doing nonprofit, whether you're doing business, whatever you're doing, take the time. If you can't grasp it, surround yourself with people who can, but take advantage of the technology, because it can replace the need for paying people, for synchronizing your systems, for squeezing out more juice, if you will, and it's gonna well be worth the money you invest into it. You're gonna get it back on the other end through productivity and through other means.
This is Bite by Bite.
This has been a special presentation of Tony Curre Radio.